Hello Caribbean people, welcome to my style of cooking. Today we're going to be concentrating on some eggs. Well, not just today, for the whole week we're going to be doing some breakfast cookery. So, breakfast, is usually people like a lot of eggs in different parts of the world. Some people like hash browns, some people like pancakes, some people like French toast, and all these things are egg-based, even quiche, even our bread puddings and all those sort of things. Even some of our savories are all based on custards, and custards are, a mixture of eggs and milk, as we know. And, as they coagulate, it creates a really nice, pleasurable eating sometimes. So there's a whole lot of stuff that you guys, can learn about eggs for the next 5 days. We can talk about eggs quickly for a bit. And as you know, we're going to be preparing an omelette for you today. I'm going to start off with the basic thing on omelets. We're going to do omelets, we're going to do scrambled eggs, we're going to do variations of scrambled eggs. In fact, we're going to talk about the variations, but we're just going to do the basic, preparation. Scrambled eggs, English omelette, French omelette. We're going to do maybe a frittata, which is all your leftovers, and an egg custard and some pasta and whatnot. We're going to do a quiche. We're going to do some pancakes. We're going to do some French toast. We're going to do variations of some crepes for sweet and savory. So you're going to, get some new ideas as to how you can, tickle your kids' palates when they're tired of the same fried eggs or scrambled eggs every day, or the typical omelette that you do. Okay, guys, so let's hit it. Today we're going to prepare for you the basic omelette, okay? And we're going to have 2 eggs that are already broken. And if you want to get your eggs really fluffy, the more air you incorporate into it by whipping it, the fluffier it's going to be. If you want to make your omelets even fluffier, or your scrambled eggs even fluffier, you can whip your egg whites separate, whip your eggs up, which they're not going to fluff up, and then fold your egg whites into your yolk, and then you have a nice, almost a meringue type of omelet, and it's going to be even fluffier. But that's sort of an extra step to take if it's not necessary. An omelet is an omelet. Okay, so we're going to throw those 2 eggs that we've already cracked, and I've pulled out the germ, as we call it, and the proper name for the germ on the 2 sides is called the chalasia. Okay, so the more you whip your eggs up, the fluffier your eggs are going to be. Another trick is that you need to have your pan preheated, okay, like we have here. Preferably a non-stick pan. This one has been used and knocked around for a while, so like they say, old pots make good food. So I'm going to get my pan very hot from now. I'm going to crank the heat up, because eggs cooking, less than 10-15 seconds. If your pan is hot enough, you throw your oil in, you have 2 or 3 eggs, and you whip them up nicely. As soon as you throw them in, they start coagulating, they're ready to go. That's why eggs are usually prepared to order and served immediately, okay? So I'm going to put a little salt in here. We're just going to do a basic omelette, and then when we're done, we're going to talk about variations of it. A little salt, a little pepper. If you like it spicy, I'll put a little cayenne pepper there just for the hell of it. The cameramen are going to be devouring that, so I'm going to make it hot so it can burn their mouths up. What do you say, guys? Yeah? I have a couple of greedy cameramen there. They love their job. Since the advent of since we got rid of the taster, the cameramen get to eat all the food we prepare on this segment. Okay. Now, a lot of people like scallions if they're scrambled eggs or the omelets. Scallions, tilognon as we call it in St. Lucia and in Dominica. Fresh scallions that we've chopped up already. I'm going to put in just a pinch of fresh celery in there. So we're almost making what they call a Spanish omelet, where they just put a lot of vegetables. Sometimes in the omelet, you could put your vegetables in your omelet when you start it, or you could fold it in and put them in afterwards. When your omelet is already set, you put your vegetables in there, you fold it over. Some people like it right cooked into the meat of the omelet, so we're going to do one like this for you. Okay, our pan is hot. All you need is just a little bit of oil just to coat the pan, and most people tend to put way too much oil when they're preparing omelets. You just need just enough just to coat your pan, because if the pan is hot, the omelet is not going to stick in there. Just get your pan well coated. I probably even have a little too much. I'm going to let some drain out of this. Just enough to coat. Okay guys, here it goes. I'm gonna get me a plate to get rid of those eggs. We're gonna plate it immediately and then we're gonna talk eggs. So you see it's nice and foamy. So that means, you know, we're getting a lot of air incorporated into there. And voila. You throw that in. And you can swirl it around so it cooks even quicker. Especially if you're making an English omelette. Okay, so we've swirled this around. Let it take a little heat. Where's my spatula? Some people like the eggs well done, some people like it underdone. Okay, so as we see it's nice and almost cooked there. That's how some people like the eggs. And a typical English omelette is when you take it out at this stage, it's nice and white, there's no brown into it. You just roll it over and throw it onto your plate. Okay. And that's what a lot of chefs go to college to learn, how to make an omelette nice and white and no browning on it, and they give you that as one of your tests at school, and a lot of people mess it up. But you know, as long as your pan is hot, your eggs are fluffed up nicely, you throw it into your hot pan and you swirl it around to avoid the bottom from sticking and browning, so you get that cooking all over immediately, and then you just roll over onto your plate and you got a nice cigar shape. Okay, at college they would have us, you know, shape it up nice like a cigar, you know, and serve it, you know, to perfection. Okay. So here we go, guys. We have a nice English omelette. You could put some cheese in there. You can put some seasoning peppers. You can put some ham. We have some nice ham chunks or slices in there. Whatever fillings you want in your omelette. I mean, the options are boundless. You know, there's endless choices. You can put vegetables, you can put savories, chicken, your leftover chicken, your minced meat, a little bit of anything into an omelette, and it makes a fantastic dish, okay? On our next segment, we're going to prepare for you guys scrambled eggs, and it takes place just as quick as this. So, you know, just stay tuned. Make sure you're here on Wednesday, Fridays, and on Mondays. Chef Robbie at the controls. Sign out.